Tonight, more homeowners try to track down a North Shore company. They say they paid for solar panels, yet they don't have working systems. In this follow-up to a Fox 8 Defenders investigation, we also speak to a former employee who says she had problems getting Tren Solar to pay her. Peyton Cephalou says she's filled with regret. Do you wish you'd never taken this job?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Racked with guilt over the situation some homeowners now say they're in after purchasing solar panels from Tren Solar.
So I made appointments, basically called the homeowners and talked them into getting appointments to try to save money on their light bill.
So you were cold calling people?
Yes.
Asking them if they were interested in solar panels?
Yes, ma'am.
Cephalou served as a call center representative for the Covington-based company, working from her home from March of last year to this past January. Several months in,
we started having all these customers call in the office and complain that they weren't being able to get in touch with anybody. They would tell us they tried to call the number of the office 20, 30 times. No, but they're not getting anybody. It's just ringing and ringing and ringing.
Customers calling, trying to get answers, like Jim Dutton, who we interviewed in our first story earlier this month.
They installed the panels within 3 days. I was like, wow, this is cool. They weren't kidding, 4 to 8 weeks. Then it was radio silence.
And Bill Rose of Perkinston, Mississippi.
I actually went to Covington, to the address, about a month or 6 weeks ago, to the address that they had on my contract, and there was no one there.
So Rose reached out to the Fox 8 Defenders.
I saw one of your stories about this, about Tren Solar, on YouTube, actually. And my wife actually saw it, and she said, look, so, you know, I've been trying to find someone who has the same problem. I know it's out there.
Bill Rose says just like Jim Dutton, he too signed up for solar panels with the company and looked forward to big savings on his electricity bill.
Their package was much more affordable, and I looked at the contract. It seemed like a legit contract.
Rose says he had 24 panels installed.
They put all this on here, on the wall.
And electricians wired the back of his house.
That's the power wall, the big Tesla power wall. And they told me when they got through on September 29th that it would only be about a week. And then their people in the office would make a call to the co-op and make arrangements for their electrician and an electrician from the power company here to meet here and okay everything, and then they would turn it on. And that was September 29th, and I haven't heard from anyone.
You've not heard anything since September?
No. I've tried calling.
According to Rose, no one from Tren Solar would answer the phone to tell him when his system would be turned on and if the plan was approved by the co-op before installation began. It's standard practice for that to be done in Mississippi before any work begins. That's the problem Jim Dutton had, with a manager from the co-op writing in an email that it never approved Tren Solar's plan before the company put panels on his property. Now, Rose says the co-op told him it can't do anything because it needs to be in contact with the installer, Tren Solar, to move forward. We reached out to Rose's co-op, Cooperative Energy, to see if it's been in touch with Tren Solar, but we haven't heard back. Rose's system remains unconnected.
I just feel bad that I was duped like I thought I never would be.
According to Rose, duped and out $38,000 in cash that he says he paid for the system. In March, the man listed as Tren Solar's co-founder on its website, Ren Rogers, was arrested in Acadia Parish for residential contractor fraud. The district attorney tells us he's dismissing the charges because Rogers is paying restitution to the person who filed the complaint against him. Peyton Cephalou says while she worked for Tren Solar, she and other employees had issues getting Rogers to pay them.
We would not get paid for 2 weeks. He wrote us a check, made us drive to Avita Springs to get our check, and then it bounced. It wouldn't even clear the bank.
Early this year,
January 7th was my last day.
Cephalou says Tren Solar closed. Now she feels for customers like Jim Dutton and Bill Rose.
I feel terrible.
And the handful of others who've reached out to the Fox 8 Defenders asking for help with their solar panel systems. They say don't work. We've tried repeatedly to contact Ren Rogers and the 2 other people named as co-owners or co-founders of Tren Solar on its now defunct website, but we haven't been able to track them down. If you've got a consumer complaint you'd like us to look into, call the Fox 8 Defenders, staffed with volunteers from the National Council of Jewish Women, or fill out our online complaint form.